The boat actually sacrificed itself. Oh my God. I'm not going there. I'm so mad at that. I'm still not over that. Why do you kill off a boat? Why am I worried about the boat? One Piece memes that make you feel crazy. It's been a while. It may not be the memes y'all looking for, but they memes nonetheless. So I can say it. Memes, people!
Luffy will destroy the...
Luffy? I don't like how they're saying Luffy.
Usopp finally returns. He doesn't have the going merry. He starts spinning some bull story about how the Merry came to life and sacrificed himself.
Usopp was never a liar. Yo, that is a funny twist in this damn thing. The fact that we thought Usopp was a liar, but at the end of the day, the things happened, so... But it's true! It actually happened! The boat actually sacrificed itself. Oh my God. I'm not going there. I'm so mad at that. I'm still not over that. Why do you kill off a boat? Why am I worried about the boat? One Piece memes that make you feel crazy.
He doesn't have the going merry. He starts spinning some bull story about how the Merry came to life and sacrificed himself. Be my navigator. The end. 2070.
Okay, got it. I got it.
2070. So that's how it ends. 2071.
Isn't that a Naruto thing? I don't know, but I think there's two Naruto things that I'm watching, and I think I'm watching the very, very beginning, so I don't know. Correct me, y'all.
Crocodile everywhere else. Face me, Douglas Bullet. Face me, Whitebeard. Come let us escape prison, Mr. One. I shall take you, head Whitebeard. Face me, Dog Flamingo. Face me, my hawk. Shut up, Sengoku. Shut up, Akainu. Crocodile and Arabusta. No, I'm wet. One Piece fans over the years. 1999, can't wait to see Shanks fight. 2021, can't wait to see Shanks fight. Usopp against other enemies. Usopp against Luffy.
Nope. The AI or whoever, the voice is not going to be... What it is. It's Luffy. All right, we got Luffy. But what? He's Batman versus Luffy. Okay.
Yeah, I'm on season 5 of One Piece. We go by arcs here, sir.
I made that mistake.
One Piece has almost 1,000 episodes. There's no way you can summarize everything in one picture. Me, an intellectual. Garp, it's your damn family again. Boa Hancock is the most beautiful woman. You're wrong, it's Nami. We would all die for you.
If I had to choose, it's Robin to me. But you know.
You made devil fruits based on what real life?
You gotta give it a chance. That's the one thing about watching One Piece. You have to keep going. I promise you, it will get better. Gotta build a story, you know?
Devil fruits.
Holy Jesus. What is that? What the fuck is that?
That's not human. How's that human? That's pretty much what Monkey D. Luffy is, yes, but it's not a human.
If I had a nickel for every time Sunny straight voiced a cowardly character that ends up with a hot blonde, I'd have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it happens twice. Zoro after being stabbed once by
I don't know about that.
blood. Zoro after nothing happens. Has the Zoro after being stabbed once by Buggy. Not enough blood.
That nothing happened, even though we don't talk about what happened, but we saw recently in the new what happened. We didn't get to see that, but we saw the origin story. Those who don't know, nothing happened.
Did you see what happened?
It's a total fabrication. It never happened.
Has the most normal backstory, still acts the edgiest. Screw you, you're the man who messed up Vivi's country. That was a long time ago. It's only been a few months. Me waiting for the first person with a devil fruit to drown and die since chapter 1.
We did have one. You remember Nami knocked that man off the boat when it was getting into the Grand Line?
Ooh, you know he did.
He drowned. I mean, we never saw him again, and I just assumed he drowned.
Bye-bye!
Minority hunter Zoro, but no one brings up transphobe Sanji. Japan declares war on your country. They only send one swordsman. It's Zoro. It's Zoro. I wish.
Wait, what?
They only send one swordsman. It's Zoro. It's Zoro.
It's Zoro. Oh, it's gonna take him some time to get there. Okay. It took me a second. I got it.
I wish we got more spontaneous carpentry from Frank. Just give me 30 seconds. Something about this design doesn't seem right. You built a bridge. Reminder, without the trans community, Luffy would be dead several times over. Zoro.
Who will be? Luffy will be dead?
You built a bridge. Reminder, without the trans community, Luffy would be
Okay.
dead several times over. Zoro if Sanji called himself White Leg Sanji.
If Sanji called himself White Leg, I didn't even catch that. Bro, that's part of it. Damn.
White-legged Sanji. Villain introduction, other anime. One Piece. Dumb, smart, dumb, also dumb. Japanese princess gives up royal status for true love. Their child in the future. Me watching One Piece thinking Kinemon is a well-known but still relatively new character. Me realizing he's been around for almost 10 years.
I watched this in a year, so I wasn't on that, but yeah.
The Straw What's reaction to missing the bus. Swears, tries to run behind it, looks down in disappointment, walks to wherever they're going. All of the above in that order. Pell sacrificed was so cool. Highlight of Alabasta arc. He's alive. Don Krieg says to respect people's identities or he's gonna identify as your problem. That feeling when the friend chat is slowly dying and there's nothing you can do. Ace. Sabo and I will become great pirates. Garp. What is this, Grand?
Wait, what? Sobo and I will become great pirates. Garp.
What is this, Grandpa? I found it in your drawer. I'm gonna become Pirate King. Sit down, son. I'm gonna tell you a great story. Me to my GF. Babe, please watch this anime with me. Her. Ew, I don't want to watch that Her after 10 episodes of One Piece. Big Mom, I love all my children no matter the rate. Pudding. Except for you, three-eyed creep. Everyone. Chopper is so cute. Meanwhile, Luffy. Emergency food. Shanks when he saves Luffy's life and gives him the straw hat. I'm about to start this man's whole career. Luffy. Also Luffy, I can't become the Pirate King without you.
All the girls. Oh, all the girls. Oh, Zoro's running behind her too. Zoro. And mostly all the girls. I see Law back there too. Law back there.
Everybody in One Piece, you can't have two devil fruits at once. Blackbeard, well, yes, but actually no. Naruto villain introduction. One Piece villain introduction.
You know what? Don't even go back because that's gonna spoil it. I kind of saw but didn't see, so I don't know if that's true. So we're not gonna rewind. We're gonna keep going. I don't want to be spoiled with one. Wait, this is about One Piece. Why Naruto here? I don't have a favorite child. I love them all the same. And go figure, that's not even his kid. Even though Ace technically isn't his kid, and did he technically raise Ace? No. Okay, I'm not salty. He was there, you know, he was there as much as he could be. There. I'm not salty. I'm not mad.
Lies. Oh, lies!
Love them all the same. Trains with the Revolutionary Army for 2 years, no hockey. Runs from people for 2 years, armament, observation, one of the 6 powers. Netflix when they stick to the source material and it actually works. This man woke up thinking he was gonna have a cool little house party and ended up fighting 18 dudes on his roof at 3 a.m. Cool little house party and ended up fighting 18 dudes on his roof at 3 a.m. Did you know Zoro was lying on the ground after taking all of Luffy's pain, but when he heard Sanji's footstep coming, he stood up miraculously and made a cool pose. Most beautiful girl in the world. Random girl from a certain village in East Blue. Rhinoplasty, lip filler, cheek implants, chin implant, jaw shave, brow bone reduction, buccal fat remover, Botox, and eye lift. Simply the greatest swordsman in the world, the one who intimidates anyone just by his look and rivals the greatest in the world of One Piece, but he couldn't kick out 2 teenagers who broke into his house. Luffy carrying others, Luffy carrying Robin.
Hey, come on.
Luffy carrying Robin. 1071 is so good I could die. 1071 is so bad I could die.
The best thing I've ever witnessed in One Piece? Oh, they're annoying when they sing, but then you find out why they sing. Is that what's gonna happen?
Noxious as duck. Why are they even singing? A few episodes later, dear lord, are you going to sleep? Yes, I am. Now shut up. Maybe if you left Luffy with someone more responsible and not some mountain bandits, he would have joined the Marines.
I didn't say it. I was gonna let it be. But as you see, for Luffy and for Ace, I'm just saying. It's a storyline. Roll with it.
That's how I roll.
Luffy with Tama, so I'm not leaving until you laugh. Luffy with Momo. Hey Panini Head, are you even listening to me? Zoe allows the user to transform into an animal. Logia allows the user to transform the composition of their body into a natural element. Paramecia, random bullshit, go. People who want Luffy to end up with Hank. People who want Luffy to end up with Nami. Me who wants Luffy to end up no one.
Is it wrong for me to say that? Is it wrong for me to say he shouldn't be with anybody and he should just follow his dreams and do him, and then later on down the line after he finished all the stuff he wanted to do, get with somebody that I'm not gonna see? How about that?
No daughter of mine is going to stand that fool at Odin. Son? I see. No son of mine is going to stand that fool at Odin. Wait for it to get better. Wait for it to get better. Wait for it to get better. It got better. Frankie, she's a Yonku. Run away. Aren't we going to make our captain the Pirate King? I wasn't using my observation haki when fighting Luffy. I was just listening to what he was screaming before attacking. Katakuri will be back next week with more real facts. The night before the wedding of Sanji and Pudding will endure 50 episodes, 1 year. And we wanted to talk about the tournament of Dragon Ball.
I don't know about that, but also at the same time, I don't know know about that. I don't know about either one of them. I did this in a year, so, you know. I don't know if that's something to be proud of or not, though. I watched One Piece in a year. Okay, obsessive much? I finally found it after 15 years.
Years. One Piece. The greatest treasure is the adventure you had. Nya! Idiot. Wishing me happy birthday doesn't make me the least bit happy. But Naruto is. One Piece is better. What, you're a Terminator? No way. What is one of those? I don't watch One Piece, and at this point I'm afraid to. The nautical term waifu, although spelt differently from the modern term waifu, was used to describe new deckhand as wet and freaking useless. Since this definition also applies to the typical waifu, it is safe to say that pirates beat us by 300 years. Fans have 15 years of Naruto and nobody bats an eye. People are going to have 27 years of One Piece and everybody loses their mind.
It's something about Naruto. Is it Naruto? Well, he's not saying Luffy right either. Now I wish I would experience it at the beginning, just to understand the memes. This is the end of One Piece, like hell it is.
This is the end of One Piece until they made a new story. Exactly what Kanye West would look like if he
decided to become a villain? Kanye West? Kanye West, though? I ain't seen it.
become a villain after his trip to Disneyland. Usopp, I'll end you, Luffy. Luffy, dude, just stop. I will gear 2 your ass. Attacking.
Wait, what did he say? Oh,
I'll end you, Luffy. Luffy, dude, just stop. I will gear 2 your ass. Attacking. Shouting before an attack to warn your opponent.
Tell me a bedtime story. Me as a parent inhales wealth, fame, power. Zoro and Sanji's dynamics in manga anime. You're trash, lol. So are you for real, live action. The one who shot and killed your mother, Scarlet, was me. Hey, if you attack her verbally like that, my barrier doesn't mean anything. He has undergone 0 design changes since 1999. This is because he is without flaw. Why are you jumping in to defend a celestial dragon? Give me back my friend. Look, lady, it's fairly simple. There are 2 kinds of people in this world. Those who got saved by Luffy and those who got their ass kicked by Luffy, and us have been kicked ass need to have each other's backs. Oda woke up one day and said, I'm gonna make my MC suffer for 3 arcs in a row. I despise all humans of high ranking. I want to be free. I despise all humans. I want to be free. I despise all. I want Attack on Titan. We've got the best character glow-ups. Phineas and Ferb. Hold my innator.
Wait, who's the glow-ups? Hold on. Zoro and Kid? Who the fuck is that down there? Is that him in an anime form? Oh, I wish I...
Show him one. The human eye can expand
Whoa.
up to 55% while looking at something you love. So what does your show have that mine doesn't have? Females with realistic shapes that are still hot. Will emu be the most beautiful or the most ridiculous thing when revealed?
Is Emu a woman or a man? I don't know. I will say neither because it's just right now a figure and a voice. I don't know. But I don't think it's going to be pretty on the... She's going to be a beautiful woman or a beautiful man. I mean, I was surprised at one of the villains.
And don't flirt with him.
I'm not going to... Fucking hell, okay.
Oh, wow. Well, it did throw me off a little bit, but I'm just saying, I don't know about that. Do they even have a face?
Ridiculous thing
I hope
when
it's the
revealed.
ridiculous
Eren,
thing, though.
I miss my dad. Gone. I want to see my dad, Naruto. I've never seen my dad, Luffy. What do you mean by dad? I have a dad. If Mama dies in Wano, I'll take charge and will ally with the Straw Hats. How Eiichiro Oda designs characters. Before time skip, after time skip, nitpicks I have with the big 3. No tomboys, the utter wasted potential of Chad in that he goes against all his morals and becomes a boxer. No tomboys.
Okay. See, I'm just learning about the big 3 starting in Naruto. So we got no tomboys. Okay. The utter waste potential of Chad, and that he goes against all his morals and becomes a boxer. Haven't seen Bleach yet. And no tomboys in One Piece, huh? This is way over my head right here, though.
If romance in his goofy pirate comic.
You know, I'm okay with not having romance in a show. It's okay with me. You know, I don't know why. It's just, I was just not into those whole romantic things. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I'm not looking for it. I got a little upset during the live action one, you know? Just, why are we doing that? Feeling's gonna get hurt.
Finally, after years of loneliness, I will sail with a crew again. 1 week later, the pain you fell after avoiding watching One Piece because it was too long, only to realize that it was not long enough. One Piece has too many ep. Me, there's not enough ep for this masterpiece. The purple M&M. Velma, Dream. You can tweet an image, GIF, and video all in one post. The Mario movie, One Piece. Daughter's room. Me when I see this video. So ready for this candlelight halftime show. When you shout at someone in the game and they answer you back with your mom's name. A desperate Monkey D. Luffy. I am once again asking, asking, where can I find the One Piece? There's going to be a new anime movie, Panic. It's a new One Piece movie, come. It's live action, Panic. I finally found it after 15 years, the One Piece. One Piece is not real, how are you that stupid? Yeah. I told you to stop biting me. When you're fasting and everything looks like a double cheeseburger.
If you don't love me at Mai, then you don't deserve me at Mai. Imagine at the end of One Piece when Luffy finds the treasure and becomes king of the pirates. Zoro reveals he was a bounty hunter the entire time, waiting for the exact moment Luffy became pirate king so he could take his bounty and be known as the world's greatest bounty hunter.
Bro, now that's a setup. He went through, well, we saw what could happen in Wano when people actually played a role they're supposed to play. You know, they put themselves in harm as well. So it's possible, but I don't think it's ever going to happen. One Piece had that moment.
My friend were in
All of
prison,
these
still
people
alone
got
without a
Luffy.
shadow, still in Impel Down, called by Kuro.
That's how usually people come together. You know, with a common thing, thinking they'll be forever alone by themselves. Then they meet Luffy. Change your whole perspective of things.
What way too many people saw what really happened.
I don't know. I saw that, but I understand down there that's what happened. It took more than just that to defeat him. That man was a beast. Seriously. I like Kaido as a villain. Kind of miss him. I miss any damn villain at this point.
The I could have been coolest character in the anime.
But the writers did me dirty, squad. See, I don't know what's going on with the others, but yeah.
But the writers did me dirty, squad. Buggy after Roger's execution. Look, mummy, I'm a princess. Of course you're a princess. Look, daddy, I'm Monkey D. Luffy. Dock off, I am Monkey D. Luffy. I found a piece of paper on the floor. Piece, like the One Piece. I can use 3 words. That's cute. Skypea if Luffy had
He never married her, though. Young me practicing how
to kiss Mark when she doesn't care that you're a One Piece fan. It's the cure to male loneliness, jumping in a barrel and pursuing your dream to become king of the pirates. Who will win? A swordsman that can cut through anything. One of the top 11 highest bounties among rookies. Trained by the strongest swordsman in the world for 2 years. A straight path.
Tells his crew to do something stupid, does everything in their power not to do that, laughs and hopes it is a joke, obeys no questions asked, has been thinking about doing that stupid thing for a while. I don't want to die before watching the end of One Piece. I have been watching One Piece for over 20 years, I have been diagnosed with terminal cancer, and I know I won't be alive by the time One Piece ends. It's been a long ride, I will be taking my leave, pirates. As a fellow One Piece fan, my heart aches. The Straw Hats have touched down on your island. Someone below the poverty line just gave their last piece of meat to Luffy, he's going to overthrow you now.
So true. Luffy saying you're not a good person. Zoro saying he doesn't even need his katanas to beat you. Sanji not serving you any meal, no matter how hungry you are. Whoa. Whoa, that's deep.
He really said murder is okay, but those kids are not getting alcohol underage.
Wait. Oh no. Oh my gosh. Oh, look at that little detail. Oh man.
In the Zhao arc, there was a small elephant riding on the back of a big elephant. Jack enlarged for detail. When you're Tom
Shit. Damn. Yeah, true. When you tomfoolery in? In the
Zhao arc, there was a small elephant riding on the back of a big elephant. Jack enlarged for detail. When you're tomfoolering in the class with the fellers, but the teacher pulls up with the this part will come up in the exam. Zoro and Robin normally. Zoro and Robin when someone hurt Chopper. Me after catching up with One Piece. Me finding Bro after he went on a date with the Hello Kitty girl. How Luffy feels after casually saving a country. Zoro breathes, Sanji. When your 10 favorite shows are divided over 8 different streaming services, I'm gonna become the king of the pirates. Straw Hat Crew, you are literally useless. You've done nothing since Dressrosa, Usopp, and I'm doing nothing till we get to Elbaf. Law, Shambles, the Marines, I feel like something's missing. Luffy, every One Piece villain. Me waiting Bro outside his house. After he told me he'd be out in 5 minutes, it's been almost an hour. Teacher, class, you can't hear a picture. Me, no one. Boy sing boo for the 1000th time. Bink's Sake is the best anime song ever. Changed my mind.
There you go. Changed my mind.
You're a time traveler and ask me if Oda is still dismissing and forgetting about Usopp.
All right. That was fun. That was lovely. I miss it. Even though this is One Piece memes, these are memes. I don't know if I can get back into the memes here, but I will be doing live streams again, and memes will be part of that. But I gotta go watch One Piece. I did this before I went to go watch One Piece because I know I'm gonna cry and I'm not gonna look right recording this one. Blaze Squad, I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you blaze the like button. If you made it all the way to the end of this video, go ahead and comment.
Did you see what happened?
And I'll see you guys in the next one.